Welcome to the video, guys. We got a quick one here, but it is rather funny and something that throws us back to last year, which we was actually seeing almost on a daily basis. You will remember the screaming and shouting about Brexit and trade deals, especially with the United States and Donald Trump. You had Labour's age-old they're gonna sell the NHS to Donald Trump and all of this nonsense, which to be honest the Labour Party use at every single election. You can actually look back and see for yourself. But we also had the Brexit favourite of the old chlorinated chicken, which is rather funny considering these groups all supported a carbonated chicken last year at the election where they got trounced. Well, it seems one of these campaign groups called March for Change, which was dead set against Boris, dead set against Brexit, and of course Donald Trump, have started a new campaign to get the UK government to throw out any trade deal with Trump because of course they're suffering from some severe Trump derangement syndrome. Which at this point is actually a shock to no one, but it's always funny when we see it. So we'll go over this quick article in the New European and have a quick laugh at the nonsense that they come out with. But before we do that, remember the daily live stream has moved over to Twitch, so if you want to join me over there to chat in real time, the link will be down in the video description along with the channel's other social media links. But back to the March for Change and the New Europeans, Boris, Brexit and Trump derangement syndrome, which headlines, new campaign calls on UK government to dump Trump over Brexit trade deal fears. A new campaign is calling on the UK government to reject any post-Brexit deal with Donald Trump over fears of worsening standards. Because I suppose everyone in America is dropping dead because they have different standards to the UK, which this new European article claims are actually worse. As far as I'm aware, chlorinated chicken isn't killing anyone, and we chlorinate our salads anyway, so I really don't see why the people are moaning about it. But of course, they're Ramonas and left-wing shitweasels. What should we really expect? Campaigners fear about a backroom deal between Boris Johnson and Donald Trump's administration, with Parliament unable to scrutinise or vote on the end result. Simply because we see what Parliament was like when they had control over what was going on. Take a look at the shit show that we was dealing with for the past 4 years. When it comes to Brexit, I want Parliament as far away from it as possible, that is for sure. Boris said he's going to deliver Brexit, he better do it, it's all on him. They raise concerns about the fact government MPs continue to refuse to enshrine in law commitments to protect the NHS and refusal to ban chlorinated chicken as examples of the risk of such a deal. Which is, like I said, back to the age-old bullshit of protecting the NHS, when the Tories know that if they was ever to sell the NHS off, then they would never be elected again because too many people in this country love it far too much. Selling the NHS would be more political suicide than Labour going back on their promise to honour the referendum result. And we've already dealt with the chlorinated chicken bullshit. That is just the most laughable nonsense I have ever heard in my life. A petition launched as part of the campaign from the March for Change group warns we already know that they are refusing to put in legal protections for our NHS ownership, patient data, animal welfare, food labelling, food standards and so much else. There are such things as bad trade deals, and this is certainly a very, very bad deal for the UK. Based on what exactly? When you consider the deal is not even done, I want to know where they're getting this information from. You don't even know what the deal makes up because they haven't even decided it yet. It continues, many have pleaded with the government to protect our NHS farmers, animal welfare and environmental protections. But now, not even Parliament has the ability to protect those for us. The campaigners brand it undemocratic and say that their only option is now to fight for any deal with America while Donald Trump is in control to be dumped. Which I've got to say is rather laughable when you think about it. These are a bunch of people who are against Brexit, wanted second referendums and all that nonsense, and are calling something undemocratic. Imagine being that stupid that you can't see how hypocritical that is. You go against the wishes of 17.4 million people and have the cheek to call someone else undemocratic. Really is the peak of stupidity. Which, if I'm honest, is really no surprise for these Ramonas at this point, and especially a new European article, as I'm sure you will all agree. They add, we've seen them U-turn before when the public pressure is too high, so add your name to this petition to the government, say no to a Trump trade deal. Already, almost 10,000 have signed up to the petition within minutes of it launching online, so they managed to get their Ramonas on there. When you get like 20 million people, then come back to us. Until such time, take a running jump. Obviously, I don't think this nonsense is going to get anywhere. When it comes to Brexit and trade deals, it's about the only thing that the government are actually sticking to their guns on, as I've said many many times before, but it is always funny to see Boris Brexit and Trump derangement syndrome all rolled up into one, especially from Ramonas like the new European shitweasels that we see here. How many years now have they been throwing out petitions, campaigns and all this nonsense against Brexit and Donald Trump and trade deals and all the rest of it, and yet again they have got nowhere, as they will with this one. You would think the amount of times they keep losing or failing, they would actually give it up. But it seems they're probably being paid to do all this nonsense, as we have suspected for many years now.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.